What's up, guys? Today I'm doing a quick release for my file crypter called Cryptic Binary. It's not the malware kind of crypter, it's the protection kind of crypter that you would use if you wanted to protect your files from people either being able to view them or access them, etc. So it's fairly simple, especially the GUI is, I didn't do too much time on the GUI, I just wanted to make it as functional as possible. So the options are fairly straightforward. The first two you have are overwrite existing file and corrupt and delete original file, so we'll focus on these first. You press this button up here to open up a file. We'll just open up this image right here. And overwrite existing file will simply encrypt the contents of this file and leave it as it is. However, corrupting and then deleting the original file will remove the file contents here and then delete this file completely and then create a new copy of this file except a encrypted version. So we'll just overwrite the existing file, and for the passphrase we'll just use A just to keep it simple. And you'll notice here that the icon changes, and if we try to open it we won't be able to, and that is because it is encrypted. And you can check the encryption by going by changing the extension to .text and opening it up, and you will see here that everything is in fact encrypted. So we can change this back to JPEG, and if you would want to decrypt it, you just hit decrypt, put in the passphrase, and the image is back to normal. Fairly simple. It will work with every kind of file, every extension. There's really nothing that this won't be able to encrypt and or decrypt. So I also included something called Chance Encryption. This is using XOR encryption. If you get it wrong, if you get the passphrase wrong on the first time, then it permanently corrupts the file and you will never be able to access it again. So, big heads up there if you decide to use Chance. So we'll encrypt it using A, and it will get encrypted similarly to before, and we'll decrypt it with A just so that you can see that it will still work. And this time we'll encrypt it with A, and we will decrypt it with B, and you will notice that it doesn't revert back to its original point, and it says that the file is corrupted. And then if you want to check if it's permanently corrupted, if you go to decrypt again and enter something, it will say one chance decryption failed, file is corrupt. So you essentially will not be able to use this file in its original form again. So only use that if you're 100% sure that you won't be messing up the password anytime soon. We can check, yeah. So you definitely won't be getting this back if you wanted it. So that's just a word of warning when you're using that, just to be extremely cautious. And the final thing is something I call Multifile. It's based off of TrueCrypt's hidden file, which I thought was definitely the coolest thing ever. So we can open up the new image file, and once we hit Multifile, we'll get another open file dialog. And this time we'll open up an MP3 file and we'll load it into there, and you'll notice that there's now 2 files loaded. We can hit encrypt, and we can do this is the encrypted file because we're essentially binding them together, so we'll just call it bound. And the passphrase here, the please enter passphrase, is for the top file, so we'll do A. And the second passphrase is for the bottom file, so we'll do B. There's nothing stopping you, I just realized. I'll probably fix that before I release. There's nothing stopping you from doing the same password for both. So that might cause problems, but I'll fix that before I release it. So now we have the bound file, and you'll notice that these are the same. Like these are still here. If you had hit corrupt and delete original files, then these would have been corrupted and deleted, but I chose not to. So now that we have the bound file, we can unselect Multifile and go ahead and open up our new bound file. And we can choose the file by the passphrase. So if we go to decrypt, we can hit A, and we'll get a save file dialog. I believe A was a JPEG, so I'm just going to call it a.jpg. And here is our image file that was just decrypted out of it. And if we go to decrypt again and we hit B, and this was a MP3 file, I believe, and we call it b.mp3. Here is our B file, and if we play it, you will notice that it still does work. So yeah, that is essentially Cryptic Binary, fairly straightforward. I made it as user friendly as I could, but certain things might still confuse people. Feel free to leave a comment or to message me, and I'll do my best to get back to you. So yeah, hopefully someone can get some use out of this. I made this for fun, and I've already gotten a ton of use out of it. So yeah, enjoy.